Hello, my fellow voice seeker. I'm Justin Hibbard, President and CEO of JustTheVoice Imaging Productions here in the global entertainment capital, Los Angeles. Thanks for watching. Now, you're most likely viewing this video because you're looking for that perfect voice for your current or future project. Well, I've worked as a professional voice artist during the past 3 decades, and I've learned there are a number of common elements you've got to consider when choosing just the voice for your next project. The process can be tedious, time-consuming, costly, and frankly, overwhelming. But I'm going to help you save some time, money, and hopefully your sanity finding just the voice. Now, a professional voiceover artist can provide you with many benefits like faster turnaround, a greater ability to take direction, greater acting range and script interpretation, more reliability and professionalism, and higher quality equipment, including digital delivery capabilities. All of these things can ultimately save you time, money, and headaches, and give you a much higher quality product, which makes you and your clients look awesome. There are really 10 things you must do when casting your next voice talent. The first is deciding where you're going to hold your voiceover session. Will you conduct it in a local studio, or are you going to hire an artist who's halfway around the world in Rarotonga? That'll require someone with greater technical digital capabilities like ISDN or Source Connect, which I'll describe in more detail in a later video. And don't forget the time difference. 4 p.m. your time could be midnight their time. Now, the second thing you need to do is determine your time constraints. What's your deadline? And can your voiceover artist provide fast enough turnaround that it'll meet it or beat it? The third and fourth must-dos go hand in hand. You need to consider the gender and age of your target audience, which oftentimes will help you determine the gender and age of the voice of your voiceover artist. Now let's be clear. The age of the artist doesn't matter. It's how old their voice sounds that matters. Ultimately, you're looking for a voice that your audience can relate to, that they believe, that they'll find credible. The fifth thing you need to do is consider the style or range of styles of your prospective voice artist. These are the subtle qualities like the artist's timing and tone. Oftentimes, the type of project will dictate the style needed. For example, if you're voicing promos, you'll most likely need a talent that's more upbeat. But if you're producing medical narration, you'll probably need a talent who can convey authority, who's more serious, can enunciate well, and possesses stamina. Obviously, an artist with greater range is better, as they can fill more roles, saving you time in the casting process. Now, the sixth must-do on your checklist is determining whether you need an artist with a unique, specific voice attribute, like an accent. If your target audience is Scottish, for example, you might want to cast an artist who can communicate that accent very, very well. This is critical. If your audience doesn't believe the accent, they're not going to believe the message, period. If they do believe it, your message will be that much more powerful. Now that you know where you're recording, when it needs to be done, and the voice attributes you need, you can actually start interviewing artists. This will be much easier now that you've narrowed your parameters. Which leads us to the seventh must-do on your casting checklist: listening to your prospects' voiceover demos. Nowadays, any serious professional voiceover artist will have a website where you can find high-quality demos of their work. If they don't, seriously think twice before considering them. The demos should exhibit the artist's styles and range. Do they meet your casting criteria? Can you envision them voicing your project? Once you've listened to some demos and narrowed your search to a few, you can start contacting them directly. I suggest conducting a phone interview where you can get a real feel for their level of confidence, professionalism, and likability. I also highly recommend you audition each of your prospects with a sample of your script. If they're a pro, they should have a home studio and be able to email you an MP3 digital file of their read. Make note of the quality of the recording and how well they take direction. This can be a good indication of the type of work they'll produce if you hire them. Doing this will save you a lot of time in the long run. Now, once you've auditioned your prospects, you really should ask for an artist's resume and references. That's number 8 on your must-do list. Again, a bona fide professional should be able to provide you with a resume of his or her work experience, along with a few references like past clients. Ask them how well the talent takes direction and if they're flexible. Also ask them if they'd hire them again. Okay, number 9 is a biggie. If you're working with outside clients, you absolutely must get their final thumbs up on the artist you've hired. Trust me, in the end, it won't matter how much you love the talent. If your client doesn't, you're back to square one. And that, my friend, is a total drag and a complete waste of everyone's time. And finally, on your must-do checklist, number 10, money, money, money. Once you're ready to hire, you need to discuss the artist's preferred rate for your project. Again, a pro should be able to provide you with a clear, easy-to-understand rate card or sheet outlining his or her rates, both hourly and per project. In many cases, the artist may ask you to provide a completed copy of your script to accurately determine the rate. You also need to communicate any budgetary limitations so the artist doesn't provide services you can't afford. Ultimately, you need to balance the cost with the benefits a professional voice artist is providing you. And those, my friend, are the top 10 things you must do when hiring a voice artist. Thanks for watching. Please stay tuned for more in-depth videos on what we've highlighted here. In the meantime, if you'd like more information on the voiceover services we provide at JustTheVoice Imaging Productions, please visit our website at JustTheVoice.com. Thanks for watching and happy casting.